If you want a new fish recipe that tastes good and it's variety from just making normal fish, here's the recipe for you. Lime. This is a lime. This is a raw garlic. We need 1 raw garlic. This is radishes, so we need some radishes. Some pinjam seeds or whatever. Just find some strong cheese. I found the most low calorie option I could find. Then you need some oil. Need some mint, you need some basilica, you need a fish for this recipe, salt and pepper for spice. So here is the cut garlic, we're gonna put it in here, we're gonna thingy, and we're gonna mix it all together. The oil, which is like half a deciliter, so 1.5 deciliters in here, that's first of all. And I just added another half a deciliter of the seeds, so here I added the garlic as well. So I added about 1 lime's worth, which is like 1 tablespoon into here of the juice, good old juice. Then we add 50 grams of the cheese, ignore the 1 added, that's pretty solid. So next up we add half of these both, so add a pinch of salt. Okay, that's pretty cool. Then we add a pinch of salt, that's a pinch of salt. So you need an immersion blender for this, or a stick blender as I like to call it. But I don't have one, so I'm gonna use a blender, which works just fine as an alternative option. I haven't tried this, but it looks pretty good. Virus. Some tips for using a blender, because the immersion blender is way better. But since I don't have it, I have to go with like this. Yes, use the power option, so you don't overheat, and it's way harder to cut it with this. And adding a tiny bit of oil can kind of help it move a bit better. We did it. It took me a while, maybe like 10 minutes. So here we have a fish, and we're gonna put some salt and pepper on it, and then we're gonna put the pesto on it, and I'll show you once that's done. Here it is, I did it. Now we put it in the oven, 175 degrees Celsius. Then we set a timer for about 25 minutes. It depends on the thickness of the fish, as they say. So here's the final result. I think this is the most pretty thing I've ever seen. And I already give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm a 10 out of 10 cook. Hope you enjoy. I'll pop up the macros for this at the end here.